Well, after 11 years, 22 films, here we are. Avengers Endgame stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, and a whole bevy of others, and is directed by the Russo brothers. What's up, guys? What do you say about a movie that is so secretive? Like, this is the most secretive movie probably in the last few years. You know, it's just so big. This is it. This is the end. After, 22 movies, I still remember going to see Iron Man, in 2008, and nobody thinking that this movie was going to be, huge or anything like that. And then it became this huge hit, and it was just the start of, it's amazing where we are now, that we have movies with characters like this, from comic books that we never dared think we'd have, that we could have even 4 of these guys, the Avengers, in the same movie. So I don't take any of this for granted. Believe me. So when I step back and I look at this as just a movie, with characters, these happen to be characters with superpowers, but at the end of the day, they're still characters. Where does Endgame stack up against the rest, against 22 other movies? I can tell you that it's not number 1, but that's not a bad thing, okay? And by the way, this is a non-spoiler review. A lot of you guys are gonna be clicking on reviews, watching the first 10 seconds and then clicking off. I did it. So, this is the type of movie you probably shouldn't even watch this, because you want to go in knowing nothing. That's what I did. I went in, I knew very little. They did an amazing job on the marketing campaign for this movie. They gave nothing away. And when I watched this, everything that unfolded was a complete surprise to me. And it's very refreshing in this day and age to have that, because most of the time, Pet Sematary being a great example, when I watched that, I knew everything that was happening in the movie. And that's kind of my fault, because I watched the stupid trailer. So this is a rare thing, to be able to watch this movie and not know anything. That is one of the big pros of this movie. It should be a pro for any movie. It went in directions that I did not expect. The basic premise of this, though, is, no surprise here. After the events of Infinity War, we've lost half of our superheroes. So the mission of this movie, how do we bring them back? That's pretty much it. There's no surprise there. We all know that. Without going into any spoilers, what I did love about this movie was definitely, the big final battle, final act. I'm not going to tell you how the whole battle unfolded, but I will say that it's a very satisfying conclusion to the whole thing. There are jaw-dropping action scenes in that last act, and particularly 2 characters that I want to highlight. Again, no spoilers here, but Captain America and Iron Man, Tony Stark, really are amazing in this movie. They steal the show. They have those chill bump moments. A lot of those moments in this. There were scenes with these 2 characters where the audience just erupted, just was cheering, like they were in Infinity War. Really, they got the most cheers out of any of the characters in this movie. Now, Thanos as a character, not gonna say anything. I'll let you figure that out yourself. And this is because I don't want to jump into any spoiler territory with the character. I will just say that there are some nice surprises along the way with the character. Now, as you probably guessed, I do have some issues with this movie. The pacing, it's a 3-hour movie. It did drag for me in a couple spots. There are some great character moments in this movie, and they are very necessary. Don't get me wrong. I like getting there. I do like the journey. But sometimes the pacing was a little all over the place. It wasn't enough to take me out of the movie or anything. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't looking at my watch at one time in this movie. The audience I saw this movie with, they were eating every second of it up. But what I mean by that is this is not the Marvel movie that I feel like I'm going to be reaching for when I want to throw in a Marvel movie. It's not the type of movie that I can watch every day, Before I saw this movie, I was definitely going to go see this movie twice this weekend. And I still might. But after seeing it, the first thing I thought when I left the theater was, I don't know if I need to see this again in the theater. I'm definitely going to buy it. I'm definitely going to rewatch it when it comes out. It'll definitely be in the collection. It's not the worst movie at all. Still probably in the top 5. I guess from a pacing standpoint, it's not the movie that I feel like I need to throw in 4 times a year. Civil War, Winter Soldier, even Infinity War. Those movies have super high rewatchability value. Now, my last con for this, and this is a little bit selfish on my part, not going to mention the characters, but there are certain characters in this movie that I had expectations for, that I wanted to leap out of my chair and cheer for. And a lot of you can probably guess who I'm talking about, and I didn't get that payoff at all. As a matter of fact, I thought one of the characters in particular, for me, I felt like he was kind of shit on. They went a direction with the character that I just didn't find that exhilarating. And this is selfish reasons. So I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this, but that's just how I feel. I love this character so much that the way this character was handled in the movie, to give you an example, there's this big battle scene where this character should have jumped in there and would have been amazing. And I'm going to go in deep into this in the spoiler review. But this could have been such an amazing scene for me because I love this character so much. You know who I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. And it just didn't pan out that way. And I left a little heartbroken because of what happened in Infinity War. This would have been like the ultimate redemption for this character. Didn't happen. And little Levi, he has a wound in his eye. He irritated his eye. And this character was pretty much how Levi is right now. I guess that's the best way to put it. So overall, guys, it's still percolating. I did like the movie. It's a fitting conclusion. Definitely a fitting conclusion. I will say that. So I'm going to give it a purchase worthy for sure. I know it sounds like I'm ragging on this movie a little bit, but that's just how I'm feeling. So I'm going to give it a purchase worthy. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on Avengers Endgame. I'm still looking forward to watching it again. Just probably not going to go see it in the theater again. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free For All Fridays. I will be doing a ranking for the entire MCU now. I've never done one. I will definitely do one because I love the MCU. I do. There's some great movies in there. Also, follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.